You're listening to the After Dark File, where we open the cases that were never meant to be found. What you're about to hear has been documented, verified, and quietly buried until now. You're listening to the After Dark File, where we open the cases that were never meant to be found. What you're about to hear has been documented, verified, and quietly buried until now. Somewhere in New Mexico, a woman named Katie stopped sleeping in 2012. Not because of nightmares, not because of illness, because of a sound. Low, steady. A diesel engine idling just outside her window. Except there was no engine. There was no truck. There was nothing outside at all. She pressed her palms against her ears. The sound stayed. She drove 2 hours out of town, windows down, music off. The sound followed. She is not alone. Across 50-plus cities on 6 continents, Bristol, Taos, Windsor, Largs, Auckland, thousands of people report the same thing. A low, persistent drone, somewhere between 30 and 80 hertz. Below the threshold most instruments register cleanly, below what most people can hear at all. That last part is the part that matters. Only about 2% of any affected population reports hearing it. 2%. In a room of 50 people, one person might be quietly losing their mind, while everyone else hears nothing. Doctors have examined sufferers. Audiologists have run tests. In most cases, the hearers have perfectly normal ears. So what are they hearing? The most documented case began in the early 1990s in Taos, New Mexico. Residents petitioned Congress. Congress, actual United States Congress, commissioned a scientific study. Researchers from multiple universities descended on the town with acoustic equipment, electromagnetic sensors, seismic monitors. They found almost nothing. Almost. A 1997 report from the University of New Mexico confirmed that a small percentage of tested residents could detect an anomalous low-frequency signal. But the source? Inconclusive. The report essentially said, something is there, and we cannot tell you what. That answer has not improved in 30 years. Scientists have proposed explanations. Several are compelling. None are complete. Industrial infrasound, low-frequency noise from gas pipelines, mining operations, or factories, is the most grounded theory. Some hum clusters do appear near industrial corridors, but the Windsor Hum, investigated by researchers from the University of Windsor in 2011 and 2012, was eventually traced to blast furnace operations at Zug Island across the Detroit River. That case is considered partially solved. Most are not. A second theory involves tectonic stress, the Earth's crust under strain producing infrasonic vibration. Plausible, unconfirmed. A third, stranger theory, very low-frequency military communications. Several navies worldwide use VLF radio waves to communicate with submerged submarines. These signals can, under certain conditions, interact with the body as much as the ear. Some researchers have noted correlations between hum zones and VLF transmission ranges. The military has not commented. And then there is the neurological angle, that in some individuals, the inner ear or brain may generate its own low-frequency signal, perceived as external sound. Tinnitus, essentially, but far lower and far more consistent. This would explain the 2% threshold. It would not explain why the 2% cluster in specific geographic areas. This part gets quieter. Long-term hum sufferers report sleep deprivation, cognitive disruption, anxiety that builds into something clinical. Some describe it as a presence more than a sound, a vibration that lives in the chest, behind the eyes. Several have described feeling surveilled, watched, as if the sound is aware of them. That is not a paranormal claim. That is what sustained, unexplained sensory intrusion does to a human mind. In 2014, a man in Woodland, England, wrote to his local council that the hum was, quote, the single worst thing that has ever happened to him. He had lived through a house fire. He meant it. Here is where the investigation stalls. No unified source has been confirmed. No single theory covers every case. The Windsor Hum was solved, mostly. The Taos Hum was not. The Bristol Hum, studied for decades, remains open. Researchers continue to file reports. Sufferers continue to file complaints. And every night, in cities you have probably driven through, a small and very specific group of people lie awake in the dark, listening to something that no one else in the room can hear. The instruments say it is not there, but the people are certain, and the sound does not stop. If you can hear this video, the narration, the ambient sound underneath it, then you are almost certainly not a hum sufferer. But before you sleep tonight, in that specific silence just before unconsciousness, pay attention. Some sounds only arrive when everything else goes quiet. Tonight, somewhere in Bristol, in Taos, in Windsor, a small and very specific group of people are lying awake in the dark, listening to something no one else in the room can hear. The instruments say it isn't there, but they are certain, and the sound does not stop. If you noticed anything unusual before you fell asleep tonight, you know where to find us. The After Dark File, new cases every week. Subscribe so you never have to face them alone. This has been the After Dark File. Every week we open another case, another file that was never meant to be found. If tonight's story stayed with you, good. It should. We'll see you in the dark. This is the After Dark File. Good night.